I think that, you look at these first two games now, potentially it's a 3 out of 4, which each one of those guys has done. But, even looking at tomorrow, just feeling that you can go 1+ in any situation and feel kind of more flexibility even into tomorrow night's ball game.
And you've had Corey Knebel in some high leverage already in the playoffs. What sort of gave you that confidence in September that he was ready for that, and how can that affect the bullpen moving forward?
I think with Corey, it was I've obviously his track record, certainly in the postseason, speaks for itself. And coming off that lat injury early on the season, I think, our entire, and even having conversation with Corey all year long, was to get him ultimately prepared for whatever we need of him in September. So I've always had that trust, but haven't had that chance to really deploy him. I think, and the most important thing is that he's throwing the baseball well, he's healthy, and just the confidence that I see, when I give him the baseball kind of, makes me feel even better.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Next question is from Jorge Castillo. Go ahead, Jorge.
Hey, Dave, is Austin Barnes going to start tomorrow, but will it be Will Smith?
No, Will Smith is going to start tomorrow.
And then with Max, obviously, he mentioned after that wild card start that he felt like he found something. Did you see anything that perhaps, can lead to more success going forward here?
I can't speak to it. I know that we had some guys, pitching guys, some player performance guys, digging into kind of the body, the delivery. And I did hear that he figured some things out. So obviously the confidence and that he has in the delivery and making pitches, I feel good about it, but I don't know exactly, what they found.
And then with first base tomorrow, going up against the lefty, will we see Albert out there, or are you going to stick with maybe Cody or
No, Albert's going to get the start tomorrow.
Thank you, Dave.
You got it.
Next question is from Bill Plunkett. Go ahead, Bill. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, Dave, the last 3 starts with Max, should we lump them all together, or, that start against the Cardinals, he managed to avoid damage. Was that different from the 2 before?
It was different in the sense that he was missing arm side with his slider. But I think overall, he just didn't pitch to his expectation. And so I think that to lump those in as all kind of, outlier starts or starts that are not becoming of Max Scherzer, I think is totally fair.
And did the 9-start run he had when he got here, did it raise expectations a little bit too high? Are we asking too much for a guy to have a 0.78 ERA forever?
I think that's fair. But, we made this acquisition for him to be an ace, a stopper. When he takes the baseball, you expect to win. He's going to prevent runs. So, the numbers you can always kind of debate, but the bottom line is, and I know Max knows this, is the last 3, he hasn't performed the way that he expects. So with tomorrow and detecting some things in his delivery, the compete, the track record, I just expect him to throw the ball extremely well tomorrow night.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Next question is from Juan Toribio. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, with Albert at first, how do you kind of decide in center field between Cody and Chris Taylor?
Yeah, Chris Taylor's going to play center field, and I'll run AJ out there in left field. And it's more of the mindset of, give us the best chance to get a lead, beat the starter, and, we can pivot out of some things. But I think that's kind of the mindset, my mindset.
I'm guessing just kind of adding another right-handed bat against Wood in the lineup.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Next question is from Susan Slusser. Go ahead, Susan.
Hey, Dave. You guys are obviously more than familiar with Alex Wood. How would you describe him as a pitcher and a competitor, and a little bit about what he gave you guys last year?
Well, I don't think we get through Game 6 without Alex Wood and his valuable innings. I obviously showed a lot of confidence in him at that point in time of the game to get him out there and take down some huge outs. I have a very good respect and admiration for him. Consider him a friend, and he's a great competitor. I think he feels he's always the best option, which as major league ball players, that's a good thing. It's a fastball, it's a slider, slurvy type pitch, and it's a changeup. He pitched to all quadrants. He likes to get strike one, and he'll be prepared for us because he knows our guys pretty well too.
That was going to be my follow-up. That's the kind of the age-old question, right? You have so much familiarity with him. Is there an advantage for him or for you, or is it just a matter of on the day because you know each other so well?
I think it's on the day, and I think that's what's going to be fun to kind of see how this goes. You know, is he going to go fastball to get ahead, or is he going to throw a curveball to steal a strike? And in an even count, is he going to go fastball to trick us, or is he going to go with his strength, the changeup? So we know it. He knows it, and that's kind of the fun part. And ultimately, it just really comes down to execution.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You got it.
Next question is from Jack Harris. Go ahead, Jack.
Hey, Dave, do you guys know what you're going to do for game 4 yet on the mound? If it's going to be Tony for sure, or maybe an opener situation?
We don't know. We don't know. I think right now where our head is at is deploy anyone and everyone to win tomorrow night.
And following up on Wood, is it just going to be kind of weird for you to, I know you guys have faced him this year, but it's going to be weird to see him on the other side in a playoff game and at Dodger Stadium?
It's going to be different. And certainly helps that we've already faced him a couple times, and I think once or twice, maybe at Dodger Stadium. But in this environment, I'm certainly used to having him in our dugout. But you know, tomorrow we're in opposite dugouts.
When he came back last year, just you know, when you reflect back on you know what he provided the team, and also kind of giving him a chance to reset after the injuries he had in 19, just kind of, you know, did that go about as well as you would have hoped it would mutually for both you guys?
It did. Alex considers and always has considered himself a major league starter, and I respect that. But I think for us, where we were at, we needed him to buy into you know, coming out of the pen and doing whatever we needed. And he bought in, and he's a great teammate. And so I think that buy-in and that clarity and focus helped him navigate his role last year. And like I said, I don't think we win the World Series last year without him.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Next question is from Fabian Ardaya. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dave, how much of a swing game is game 3 with it being 1-1?
They're all important. You know, last night was a swing game. So to get ahead and get an advantage in a series, it's important. So like I said, you know, I'm going to manage this game using every resource we have to win it.
And it's sort of the converse of the Alex Wood stuff is Max Scherzer hasn't faced the Giants as much as some of the other guys on your team have. I mean, how much of an advantage is that for you guys?
And I think that you don't know until you know, but the unfamiliarity, I think, kind of tips the scale in the pitcher's favor, because I think that's why kind of being more familiar with guys and familiarity with their characteristics do and what the pitch mix is certainly helps a hitter. So I think that's an advantage. But again, we still have to go out there and make pitches.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Last one's from Claudia. I guess. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, after game 1, you said the team needed more consistent hitting. You got that in game 2. How good and loose is this team feeling for the next game?
I think we're feeling really good. Today, we just kind of got guys some optional work, some weight room, some playing catch. But as far as tomorrow, I think that understanding that we can get back to being ourselves, getting into counts, taking walks when needed, use the whole field, run the base as well, be active, and to see us score some runs like that, I think just continues to add confidence in our entire offense.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.